Hello there, YouTube. Welcome to a very foggy 37 degree start to the morning. It's 41 now, but it's supposed to be nice again today. Wow, the temperature is supposed to be 58 here today. Dang it. The reason I say dang it, I wore a Climb base layer because I thought it was going to be cold. I actually got cold downstairs yesterday. The temperature was good, but I don't know. Maybe it was just me. But anyway, that's nice. Anyway, it's Thursday. Is that the odd day of the week? It always seems, or at least it does to me. But anyway, let's roll out and head to the Southland. 51 degrees here in Van Chulo. Predicted high of 60 today. We will take it.
Yes.
I think that actually was the high yesterday. If it got to 61, I never seen it.
Yeah. It was a very nice day.
It was very nice. Had the doors open down there and just natural breeze blowing through the shop area. It was nice.
Yes, sir.
But Mama,
Yes, sir.
going in there and bust out Thursday.
All
That
right.
leaves us with 2 more days.
Yeah.
The rain's holding off until Saturday.
Yeah.
So we're hoping it'll get, held off till Sunday. At least give us one day of
nice weather.
nice
Or
weather. Even if I don't go on a ride.
Comes.
Yeah. When it hits, it doesn't look like there's
Yeah.
no foreseeable end to it.
No, it just shows rain every single
But
day.
you, as bad as that is, you want that to happen in February.
Yeah, because if it's nice.
Yeah.
Well,
If it gets
we're
super
dead.
nice in February, you're in serious
February
trouble.
Or March. Yeah, because then it's like. Yeah.
Summer doesn't hit till August.
Yep, and that's the truth.
Yep. Well, have a wonderful day.
You too.
All right. Love
All right.
you. See you. Bye.
Love ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So I have to admit something horribly embarrassing. Yesterday, I wanted to clean the... please don't sneeze. I wanted to clean the windshield because it just had, rain grime all over it. Just that, well, I don't know where you live, but we got a lot of trucks and log trucks, and it's just this brown scum that collects on everything, your cars, and it actually, as it builds up, it starts to turn black. Just look at all the stuff on the CRV. Thing that looks like somebody pulled it out of a junkyard. But anyway, so I always lift the shield. So I turn the key on and hit the shield up button. I go, it's got to be running, to do that. Well, I wasn't ready to do that because I was, the battery's still on charger. I just wanted to let that thing finish off. So anyway, so I cleaned it where it was, and you can do it. It's fine. But it's just easier when the shield's up. And well, I literally was thinking about that as I'm walking around and going, that seems like those come up. So I go, well, I'll check it out when I'm on my test ride. Well, always like the shields down. The thought never occurred to me about checking the windshield. Well, about 2 o'clock this morning, as I'm finishing up on yesterday's vlog, it dawns on me, I never checked that windshield. And then the second thing dawned on me, 2010 through 2019, the engine has to be running for the windshield to go up and down. On 2020 and newer, you just turn the key on and it goes up and down. I go, something's wrong. So I'm like, man, please don't let this guy have picked that thing up last night after we left or this morning, because I don't think that windshield's working. Something's wrong. And you have the center dash thing, you take it out. You have to take it out to do the service. You do that 28K. So anyway, all you gotta do is like you pull this cover that are pop-offs, and then there's a bolt here and then 2 down here on each side, and they kind of clip in up here. Just pop it out. That gives you enough room. Pull your key, little shroud or whatever off there in the centerpiece, and you just lift the thing up. Well, you flip it upside down, and as soon as I flip the thing upside down, I see it immediately. Because there's couplers. There's 1, 2, which is like a garage door opener, or I've seen people put like USB things and whatever in there. You can use it for a power source. So it's seat, accessory, grips, windshield. So they're numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there's a 4-pin coupler that controls this little box. Well, you remember I told you about the coupler that would, it's supposed to be clipped underneath there, and it's too far together. I had to take the whole thing off. But there's little clips that keeps that wire pointing towards the back. Being a 2020 BRP, maybe wasn't doing that back then, or it wasn't done, or I have no idea. But anyway, it's all together. I'm not going to take it all apart to make that different, Anyway, so I told you about how to feed the wire back. Well, as soon as I lift the thing up, I see number 3. Under the plastic, it's numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a number impregnated in the molding of the plastic. Well, I see number 3 sitting right here. So I go, So I turn the key on. It grips high, windshield goes up. It grips low, windshield goes down. Number 4 was sitting here, number 3 is there. And I've done enough of these things. I know that I see the number 4 on the side of the coupler, the actual one that plugs in. As soon as I seen the 3, and I look over and I see number 4, I go, you knucklehead. And they will absolutely plug right in. It's got the same pin, same everything. And anyway, so if you could sit here and hold this, I could have made the heated grips come on. But yeah. Oh man, you're talking about the most embarrassing thing. If I let this thing get out of here with that, it's crazy, the stuff that just pops in your head all of a sudden. I'm just thankful that it actually did, because this thing went down the road. Being a 2020, I'm sure long since out of warranty. So if he stopped at a dealer, I don't know if he did the wiring. If so, he knows how to get into all that, and he'd have found it, and I'd have probably got a nasty gram from him. But that would have been hugely embarrassing. So note to self, whenever you have that thing off, number 1, double check that it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and just give everything a little click here and see if everything operates. Wow. And the thought that was going through my mind is, what were the 2 wires that were facing forward? Well, the wires that were facing forward was I think it's like an 8, maybe even more. It's like an 8-pin coupler. Only a handful of them are used, and different amounts are used, but power and ground, everything's in the same order, even if they're not all being used. But it was the coupler for the grips and the volume control. They're kind of right about in here. It tees off, and then it's a 4-pin coupler, and then that great big boxy coupler that goes there. And that was my thought, going, man, was that? I didn't yank on those wires. You never yank on them. Luckily, there's like a little boot that goes in before the little tub goes in, and that boot is rubber, and I was able to roll that thing back and just pull the coupler right out. So I didn't force it, but in my mind I'm going, did I yank it when I was putting it on? No, it just laid across the frame. Nothing got yanked. It just was laying facing forward when it's supposed to be laying facing back. So anyway, the silly things we do. I'm just thankful I caught it. I guess he's going to pick it up tomorrow on Friday. So first thing, I come in, I clock in, I turn that key on, back of it was already parked over there. Cycled the key, and I know that thing, 2020 and newer, I know for a fact it works without the engine running. They might have done that sooner. I'm pretty sure it's 2020 and newer though. It's really nice because you got to have the engine running. If you shut the engine off, technically you can raise it and power it down with the kill button, emergency button on the handlebar, and the windshield sets up. But you got the bike keyed up. These things have enough battery draw as it is. And while you're cleaning the windshield, The worst thing is when you have to get to something underneath here, you got to get all this plastic off. You have to leave that thing held up. And you have to leave the key on. Because it has, like the BMWs, you turn the key off and it just self-retracts. But it's not like the older ones where you had to have the engine running to make the shield go up and down. Just turning the key on, it wouldn't work. So anyway, I know that this one does that, you know, without the engine running, key on, it should work. And I went over there, doesn't work. And then I just, out of curiosity, wanted to see if, you know, I was going to turn seat and grips on. Well, as soon as I clicked that, the heat forward, the windshield went up, and I go, yeah, buddy, you are a knucklehead. Oh well, you got to admit, you know, we're all human. Things happen. Kind of scary that, you know, that's something super simple and would be extremely annoying to the rider. That would just tee me right the heck off. It would send me off the edge, even though I always leave the shield down. But when you get into, you know, crazy wind or crazy rain, you put that shield up and it's like you're, you know, driving in a car. You're very well protected on a Spyder, as long as you're moving. If you stop, you know, you don't have that wind flow anymore. But anyway, and then you know, I looked up when I turned the key on, the Garmin came on. I go, I didn't adjust the time on that thing. Why is the time correct? I'm going, you are a knucklehead times 2. Guess what the GPS is connected to? It knows where you're at. It self-adjusts its time. The Faraday cage that we live in down here prevents that. So that GPS, it doesn't pick any signal up. It'll get little whispers of it, and it'll finally show where you're sitting. But it doesn't set the time. As soon as you roll out the door, boop, it auto sets time. So anyway, my little fobbles of the day. What a meathead. But anyway, I don't know what's coming in, if anything's coming in today, because I ran up and checked with him. You know, I seen it here right away, and then you know, I did the test and found out it wasn't working. And so I ran upstairs. I said, "When is he going to pick it up? Is he on his way, or what's going on?" He goes, "No, he's picking it up tomorrow." He goes, "Is there something wrong?" I said, "Well, about 2 o'clock in the morning, I had a little something flashed across my mind, and I need to check something." He goes, "Oh no, what's that going to take?" I said, "Dude, it's just, there's 6 screws, 4 pieces of plastic, and I got it in my hand." Okay, but I'll go up there and tell him it's all cool. Crazy. So I had a customer down here, you know, got talking about different things. We got to discussing the fancy 10 1/4 inch display with Apple CarPlay and all that stuff. Is one of his personal vehicles is a Honda Ridgeline. He goes, "Oh, I love Apple CarPlay," and so on and so forth. And you know, I come over here and I click. Well, actually, it's still connected. Not even one of the very low voltage, like a neutral light type stuff doesn't even come on. So I go over here and check this one. I just used the dash and had 11.5 volts in it. But, you know, by the time it ends up on that display, the bike is using some of it too. So I grab my Optimate and I have it on the charger. Well, I knew this one was going to take a lot more. So I drug the BMW thing over here and hook up to it. And, you know, I've used that BMW probably thousands of times. It makes a distinct sound once it goes into its charge mode. Well, I got it plugged in there and it's all riding over here, or routed over here. I connect the battery. I go, "Man, do I just have a bad connection here? Or what's going on?" It's a brand spanking new Yuasa from, I don't know when. You guys can look it up. I rode this one, this Mystic Blue 26, and then that whatever they call that dark color. And anyway, so as you can see, the battery's nice and shiny and new, has an Optimate on it and everything else. I like how the guy upstairs that's putting them together, why is he using that was a cigarette lighter port. You could use USB connectors in there, but there's no access to a keyed hot anymore. They just use the same tub. But anyway, 0.2 volts. So the service manager says there's a number on the back of that battery. I can't do any kind of warranty claim or do anything without that number. He goes, I hope they put a BRP battery in there. I said, well, looking at the RO, they pulled the RO up, and it's got a BRP part number, not, a third party thing. He goes, well, what if they sold it as a BRP battery? I go, I have no idea. I didn't do it. I said it was James that did that. And so anyway, he said, he goes, go down there and yard the battery out and see if it's got a number. It's like Honda and stuff. They've got numbers that mean everything to them. So that's what I'm doing next. And, I'm old. By the time you pack that daggum 15-pound battery upstairs, it weighs 50 pounds. Old man problems. I should probably roll this thing off in case he comes in the morning before I get here. That freaks them guys out taking these things off. I'll put so many Spyders on this rack, I literally don't even think about it. People see that, they go, oh Lord, the thing's gonna fall off of there. Nope. The only time we've ever had them slip off is when the tires are wet and your rack's not clean and you come in too hot and the rack is rounded. It's perfectly rounded. It doesn't even scuff the powder coating underneath the lower A-arms. You just grab, two guys and you lean towards each other and try not to butt heads and grab the inside of the wheel and just pick it up and shove it to one side. It only weighs, 1,020 something pounds, Spyder RT. But not that bad. But it's rare. I mean, it's been, jeez, I don't know how. I don't even remember last time. Knocked one off. But you never knock them off while you're working on them. I mean, I'm yanking and torquing things and they just sit right where they're at. I think it's the tire, like bows around and kind of grabs the rack underneath there. And she ain't going nowhere. Ain't going nowhere. But I'm sure he'll be happy to have his nice Spyder back. Looking at adventures forthcoming for the 26th riding year. Exciting. I got some exciting stuff, but I'm not supposed to talk about that stuff from BRP. Just some things I need to go over. Now it made it to 60 degrees. I forget what I said. It said 58 was a predicted high. It made it to 60. I happened to look down and seen that it was 60 at one point. So it beat their prediction. But yeah, it was very nice out there. Had the doors open most of the day. And it's warm enough, just, the heat that a building resonates. The heaters weren't even on, even though they're set at a higher temperature than ambient was. They never even came on. But, you look at, like it is now, it's cooled off and it's still 78 degrees in here. Look at that humidity, 36%. That is impressive. You could flat store some vehicles safely down there. That's why people like to bring their stuff down here and they end up crowding the area. I mean, it's very well controlled. Very well controlled. But anyway, we ain't got much left of the day, so I reckon I ain't got nothing to clean up. I got that battery upstairs, and they're gonna, try to do a warranty claim on the battery. Looks like it was, it's a Yuasa battery, but it's important that it was sourced from BRP. And the numbers on the back of the battery, they know they keep track of that, and they know if it came from them. If it didn't come from them, we got to seek. But it's got the BRP number in there and everything, so it should be fine. It was weird when I got that thing out. It almost looked like it was vacuum sucked. I mean, it was caving in on all flat sides. It was crazy looking. So I think it just might have been I had no idea. I've seen them do that before, and not really sure what happened to it. It's not like the bike has a bunch of miles on it. Somebody put some kind of crazy charger on it and did something to damage it. I mean, it got rolled down here. I did check the alignment on it, and I took you guys for about 2.5 mile loop. I don't think I went that far. I did parking lot rides on it. Yeah, I don't do my normal on those. I just go. I've aligned them things so many times that if they're off, I can tell really quick. But anyway, I remember the old days. I have to take it for a good ride, and I'm questioning everything. Remember the old days? If you go back to the other channel, the old days of BRP had us using that alignment bar and lasers and measuring sticks to do it. That was just, man, it was not very accurate. There was way too many variables that could go on there. I mean, it was better than nothing. If one was off quite a bit, it definitely made a difference. But man, we got that laser alignment thing in, I don't know, was that 2011, 2012, somewhere around there. Man, what a game changer. And I still have that same kit, the exact same kit. It's lasers, there's nothing there to wear out. The lasers aren't going to get crooked all of a sudden. They've never been dropped. I'm the only one that uses the kit, and it's never, ever, ever been dropped. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up, and we'll have some blue skies on the way home. That'll be very nice. That was very nice yesterday, too. And people just drive so much calmer. I can see SR 500 out there, and look how they're just smoothly driving along. Usually you look out there, and it looks like, you're getting a side glance at the Indianapolis 500 out there. The other nice thing is I hear motorcycles out there all day, especially with the doors open. You hear them all. It's nice. Mixture of everything out there. Crotch rockets, Hogan-Dogans, and Lord knows what. Lots of performance-sounding cars you hear. Everybody gets all fun and spirited in the sunshine. Anyway, I'm going to call it a wrap here. Man, it was beautiful coming in the whole way here, and then we take the exit out here at the GC's, and the fog is coming off that Cowlitz River. It's creepy looking. I mean, just all of a sudden. The fog will probably be going up the hill on the way home too. That's wild. Crystal clear till we come across that bridge. Now we'll have to go back across, and hopefully it's clear when we get on the other side. We'll see. Well, hello there, YouTube. It was beautiful all the way till then, and we got nowhere near the fog coming home tonight. Coming up.
Yeah, not
up
like
the hill.
yesterday.
Yeah, it was foggy when we got home. A lot thicker. There were just little patches you ran through. Took us forever. And Grandma and Grandpa were cruising along in their Cadillac.
Oh, man.
Like 10, 15 miles an hour under the speed limit. And I think they touched the rear brake more than they propelled forward. Man.
Come on, you gotta go.
You can see, you can tell, see through the window, you can tell, and you're just like, we'll get there eventually. Just gotta be patient. But that's where most of the fog and stuff was down through there too. I'm sure it was uncomfortable for them.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think on that, we're gonna wrap a day.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. And you guys have a wonderful Friday or Saturday.
Heck yeah. We see y'all Friday.
We see you in the morning.
Yeah. There's our daughter going out to the trash can. So we'll see you in the morning.
See you then.
Thanks for watching now. Bye-bye.